Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 50-50 Take It or Leave It podcast. In this episode, we're talking about something we haven't talked about before. I can't believe it. Music.
Yes, music. I love it.
That's a Mitch original.
Mitch original.
That's a Mitch original. That's crazy. And then we go over what maybe isn't our favorite.
Yeah.
And then back to the D&D recap as always.
Yep.
Let's jump into it. And jumping right into it, I guess we're talking music, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holla, holla, y'all.
Nope.
No,
that's
that.
not it.
Not that.
What are you talking about? That's music.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
You're right.
You guys, it is.
I don't know what kind of music you listen to.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know what that is.
I listen to the best music.
Okay, well,
yeah?
what is the best music, Mitch?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The best music.
The best music.
Yeah.
Is it a ASMR sigh into the mic?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's a very-
It sounds like.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Nope.
that.
For me, music is very mood dependent, but overall,
He has looked up to the ceiling multiple times. for the
yeah.
audience.
Well, this
he's
is a
in
very
deep,
important
deep thought.
question.
Yup. Well, silence isn't great on a podcast.
No, it's not.
I would say this, whatever your answer is, it will divide the audience quite a bit
Yeah.
about their most favorite podcast.
Am I ready for this?
Yeah.
Hey, we are far enough into the season. We need to start defining who is the favorite and who is not.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's
let's
the
get it.
progression of the show.
Trial via verbal combat.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Go for it,
God,
Mitch.
It's just a debate team.
I was on debate for 4 years, so let's go.
I already
I mean,
lost.
Late 90s, early 2000s grunge.
Wow.
Fall Out Boy.
Wait a minute. You say late 1990s to early 2000s grunge?
Yeah.
And the first band you think of is Fall Out Boy?
Well, is that not?
No.
No.
Oh, well,
That's post-grunge teen
Yeah.
rock. That is not the,
That's,
that's the
well,
farthest
that's
thing
some
from grunge.
sort of contemporary rock,
Yeah,
right?
That's the farthest
okay,
from grunge.
contemporary
Yeah.
rock then.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I just mislabeled it.
Yeah, you said grunge. I was
Like
like,
man,
Nirvana,
like American
Caesar.
Idiot,
That's not... I mean, I guess that could be grunge.
Green Day.
Like early Green Day or punk.
Look,
Anywho, your contemporary
all right.
rock.
So yeah,
I guess if I have
contemporary rock.
if I had to choose one, that's what it would be. Because all the other music is very mood orientated. Like if I'm sad, I'm gonna listen to Niall Horan and Ed Sheeran.
Wow.
Womp womp.
Yep.
Ed Sheeran doesn't really do
Wowie.
it for me. There's one sad
I
song
love Ed Sheeran.
that I've been listening to. It's the I hate you, I love you one.
Oh, yeah.
I hate
That one.
you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
it's really
you.
good.
I
Because when the dude comes in with the you said you wouldn't and you ever did, lie to me,
yes.
Yeah.
like that part. I'm like, yes, he gets it. Thank you.
I understand.
Yeah.
Somebody is saying what I am feeling right now.
I feel that.
I listen to
I feel
Eminem a lot when I would just want to not be sad anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He has some.
Yeah,
sad
he's got
songs.
some bangers, man.
He also has a couple sad songs too.
He
yeah.
does, but it's a different mood. It's like time to move on.
I mean, some of them are about him losing his family.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Yeah, but
some of them are.
he handles it different than Ed Sheeran would.
And one of them is about a dude who
He's like
wrote
a Batman that
suicide
raps
note.
instead of fighting crime.
I actually listened to that song today.
You listen to Stan,
Yeah.
just willy nilly, like man.
I was editing a video for work.
You get so Stan.
Kyle, he is white.
Yeah,
He's
fair.
white.
I was just saying the song that you chose to work to
Yes.
is Stan by Eminem.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
What? So do you have a favorite album or favorite like artist or favorite song? Favorite song.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean,
Favorite
if you,
song.
If you can't think of a favorite artist, the favorite song
Yeah.
always usually works.
Yeah.
Okay, so this doesn't fall into the same genre.
Okay.
Made in America, Toby Keith.
Wow.
Can you give me a few bars of that? I don't really
Yeah,
remember that.
let's hear.
Or
that
just
song.
Well, I gotta remember the lyrics. I used to scream the song in my room.
okay.
A true patriot.
guys are putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Let me look up the lyrics.
Well, and we can come back. You can give me a taste of it after when we take break too. Just
okay.
Just like give me like.
Have you not heard it?
I didn't like jog my memory.
I hear Toby Keith and I'm already like America. Yeah, that's about it. that's Toby.
Home of the Heartland, raise of the family.
Is that it? Is that
King
the song?
James and Uncle Sam.
Oh boy, yeah, no, nothing.
Yeah,
R/woosh right over my head.
Is that
All
the
right.
and
Right
tell
over my
Uncle
head.
Sam in a boot and your
No,
that's
someone
a different
else.
one.
But that song I do know, and I do mess with that song.
That is also Toby Keith. That's why Toby Keith. He's such a diverse character, a diverse artist. He's
That's
so many
the artist.
Okay, this is why I didn't say Toby Keith
yes,
was my
Hey, man, hey.
Made in America is a
Dude,
banger.
he
of a
loves
song.
America, and I can respect that.
No. I'm saying like
It's
he's
post
a great,
9/11 patriotism. It's a different breed.
It's a different breed of patriotism.
They're built different.
Any patriotism I can get behind. All right.
Yeah, patriotism.
There's too many people in this world that don't love America anymore that live here.
But Toby Keith.
Keith, he's not one of them.
He's one of the men that you go to get that American spirit right back in your heart.
Oh, I started playing it.
Thank
My
you.
bad.
Oh my God.
Is this our first podcast? What's happening?
No,
here?
sorry,
Falling
I didn't.
apart.
I
What
didn't.
is Jamie? What's happening?
Jamie? What's
Jamie.
going
Jamie
you see
played
this?
it. Jamie played it,
He
not me.
didn't. He's right. He's looking at me.
Yeah.
You guys can't see it. I'm pointing to Jamie.
Okay, the
Yeah.
intern didn't get my chai latte, so
Hands are up in the air. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
actually no, they got me the chai latte. I wanted a caramel macchiato. so-
Did you do everything you're supposed to? He's shaking his head. Yes. He
Yeah,
he
well,
did
you're
everything he was
lying.
supposed to.
You're
He tried
lying.
He tried his best.
What is this?
Anyway.
We're pointing at 3 cameras.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Kyle,
Yeah.
what's your favorite genre?
Okay. So
Or just the genre you think is better than the other ones? Doesn't necessarily have to be your favorite.
No, what you told me my favorite.
That sucks.
Anywho, I think I have like 2, like
You have to
Options.
choose one.
yeah. I know.
In no
But
particular order.
I'm just
Kyle, we're always like, you need one. You're like, well, I got 2.
I have 2.
It's like,
Yeah.
Kyle, we're making a ranking. Oh, no, in particular order. Kyle, that's the whole point of this.
I'm
Kyle,
just
it's the
saying.
top 5.
Let me just point out that
Yeah.
as he was talking about his contemporary rock / post 90s grunge, which
Okay.
isn't grunge. I was caught between 2 choices.
Okay.
I've narrowed it down to 1,
Okay. All right. That's all we can ask for.
and that is like early 2000s to like late 2000 rock and roll.
Yeah.
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 So
All right.
like grunge is good. I enjoy that. I enjoy what the rock that's now, but I think I always go back to that era of just like from 2000 to like 2009.
All right.
Because that's where a lot of my
Well, I feel like that's
main
when we grew
childhood
up.
stuff- Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
That's when we
Yeah.
were growing up,
Yeah,
and music is very.
it's evolved by far. Yeah, but it's nice to go back to the.
Yeah.
stuff
We got
used
WAP
to.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we got.
Wet ass gushy.
Yuck.
Yeah. Yikers.
Yeah. So to go a little more in depth.
I showed Matt that song actually today.
Well,
Yeah?
no, I already knew about the song,
You
but I
knew about
hadn't
this.
seen the video.
Yes.
The video
And
is
the
something.
video is
Yeah, it's
definitely something to
it's-
behold.
It is.
Dude, you say a lot about Cardi B, but like at least she goes for it when she does stuff.
And Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
Also, Kylie Jenner walking through a hallway for like 2.
And Ben
3
Shapiro.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. To go a little more in depth with a specific band or
Yeah, what's your favorite
Yep.
song, artist, or
yeah. Artist. Like
not
hit
genre.
us as many as you can, I guess.
Yeah.
as many as I can.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
no, your favorite of
Yeah,
those.
I was gonna
that
be
we
like,
listed.
I got quite a bit.
We don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah. No.
That's fine. I would probably say it is Breaking Benjamin is my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah. I've went
Yes.
to 2 of their concerts.
Oh my gosh, you did not.
I did.
Dude.
They were both. One time he came out for a concert with a lightsaber and stuff and started playing like the Imperial March song.
Oh my
It was-
gosh.
It was pretty nice. But yeah, I've grown up with this band for all my life, and I finally got to go to their concerts.
Do you have
and
a
that just
favorite
makes me,
song
like,
from them?
Oh, I can even say a favorite album. Like if
Oh,
that's
dude.
why I go into specifics.
Blow Me Away, dude.
That's also a good.
That
one.
ah.
I think for me, it's Diary of Jane because that was the
Yeah.
first one I heard, and I was
All right,
immediately
yeah.
hooked on it. I was like, this band's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that whole album too is just really good. Even to this day, I still listen to it. I'm like, it has not like
Lost its luster.
yeah, like you go back to an album and you can be like, well, it's a little dated. It's kind of aged a little bit for a while, and that can be, you know, it.
Are you saying
depends.
contemporary rock has aged, Kyle?
Everything
Yes.
ages. Dude, we're 2 decades old, all of us.
Yeah,
2 decades old.
the era.
Yes.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, like.
We're closer to 2050 than we are to 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that. That blows my
It's
mind.
already been
true.
said.
That's
It's
a
true.
fact.
No, take it back.
Well, that's why.
Take the
there's-
words back, Matt.
That's why there's music from those times that you can listen to now, where you can go back and be like, yeah, this was a good time. Like this was nice. Pre-COVID.
Remember shopping malls?
Remember shopping malls?
Remember when you could just go out and touch someone, not inappropriately, but just like you could slap someone and they'd be like,
Remember-
"Oh, ha ha ha!" And now it's
remember,
like, "There he is, officer. They made contact. Get him.
Yeah,
get him.
The high
Quarantine
fives.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, quarantine him, high fived him. Oh, he's going straight to jail.
Get your PPE on and then go grab him,
Oh my
stuff
God.
him and cuff him."
Yeah. Oh, wow. So
Stuff him like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh no,
I would
Stuff
say
that
though,
PPE in there.
no.
We gotta protect.
that's gonna be out of there. Right? That's gonna be-
There's no, dude. We're getting age restricted. It's so hard. We're not even like 10 minutes in to the podcast yet.
We're already falling apart.
I love it.
We already fell apart.
So, an honorable mention.
And Mitch says, "I
That-
love it."
An honorable mention that I would say before I chose Breaking Benjamin was
Mhm.
like Linkin Park.
Ooh,
That was
yes.
gonna be my second one, but then I was like, Linkin Park is good. R.I.P. Chester.
Yep.
And everything.
Not
But
just
Breaking
Cheeto.
Benjamin just hits harder for
Yeah.
me because that's just the one that I like grew up with.
It's number 1 for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just something I can always go back to. Any song from any album, and I'm like, this hits.
And you did say your favorite, right?
Yeah. Like my favorite band
Was-
or my
that
favorite
was Breaking
song.
Favorite
Benjamin.
Yeah.
song, like out of that.
Yeah, Diary of Jane.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
That is.
the masterpiece, the magnum opus. That's the song I can always listen to and just be like, yep.
Not for me, Kyle, but for me. What's magnum opus mean?
You don't know what
Nope.
magnum opus means?
Nope. Lay it on us. Lay it on me.
Go ahead.
Okay. I guess you could
Go
say that to put it in layman's terms, a magnum opus would just be like a masterpiece.
Oh,
It's
okay.
your greatest work.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No,
No.
it is.
I'm just.
I can't tell if
I'm
you're disappointed. Oh, you are disappointed. Okay.
Yep.
You didn't know.
He doesn't. He
Okay.
didn't even.
Yeah, you just cut
I-
off. Just like
Okay. Oh, then I guess it's to me then.
Yes,
huh?
it is
Yeah.
to you.
I,
right.
Favorite genre?
Favorite genre? Easy
Yeah.
for me. It's always been easy. Do you guys have a guess as to what it is?
It's some kind of rock and roll.
It
Death
is.
metal.
What?
It is
Death
definitely
metal.
not death metal.
Oh man, I didn't think about like just metal like as
That's
its own
true
thing.
though. There's
like
a lot.
because what does Five Finger Death Punch count as?
Ooh, that would be
Is that,
not
like,
death metal. but
contemporary
that's,
metal?
That's heavy metal.
Heavy metal? Okay.
Yeah.
Because like also my D&D playlist that I listen to get like inspired is heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I've noticed.
yeah.
I can mess with it a little bit.
I could
Like
probably.
there's some
mess with
songs
that
where I'm like,
hard.
skip.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them where I'm like, yeah.
It gets you. It's
The-
a heavy hitter kind
The
of.
4 songs. I will have to pick these as I'll have to pick rock as my favorite now or heavy
Yep.
metal, just
That's fair.
because
There are 4 songs.
there are 4 songs that I've got. I'm pulling up my phone right now by Beast in Black.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says metal, and it was made in 2019, which I didn't know.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, that means there's like new. Great. Cry
Great.
Out for a Hero, Repentless, Heart of Steel, and No Surrender.
Those are good.
Yeah,
Those are good.
that Heart of Steel is the one that Arthur came back to.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. And then he used some of their songs for the recap.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the list that you
We
guys
choose
choose
from.
through. Yep.
Yeah. And metal is such a
Dude.
diverse, like,
Well, like
It-
workout, inspiration, like
yeah,
if you gotta like do something hardcore.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's
If,
people, and people can also be like with like the screaming portion of metal, where people are like, I can't really mess with that. it's like, yeah, I get it. They're basically yelling into your ear.
That's
and
me.
I don't like that because that's screamo. I think.
There's like screamo where it's like all screaming. There's metalcore where it's like harmony, screaming, and is like trying to do a balance between it. And
then heavy metal is more.
And then
singing.
heavy metal is more, harmony.
Okay.
The one screamo metal song, I guess.
Yeah.
You can't call it screamo metal. It's just a screamo song. It's the Taylor Swift Red song
Oh.
that they did in screamo.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's a really good song.
All right,
You should go check it out.
I will take your word on it.
I know.
No, we should go check it out.
We'll check it out at the break.
There is also a Taylor Swift Blank Space.
Oh, maybe
metal
that's.
song,
Oh,
which that might be the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, I read is the album. I just couldn't remember the song
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
All right.
My apologies
it's
to all
not-
the Swifties out there.
to all my T Swift fans out there. Yeah.
Nope, they're Swifties.
so I was gonna say, because I forgot about that until I just started talking about it, which
Yeah.
because I love it so much that it got up to my number one. What I was saying about before as my number one, but like that I had decided before
Yeah.
was 80s rock.
That's fair.
Okay.
'Cause I love 80s rock.
80s rock is really
80s
good.
rock. Yeah, I love the time before I was born.
I love working out to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really. There's a couple slow ones in there that I just
Yep.
got to skip, but for the most part, it's just really
It's a
good.
lot of-
Good
Headbangers.
tempo.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of it's very high energy. You know, it gets you definitely in like a mood to be like excitable.
yeah.
You know, although there are slow songs as you said, and they really like mellow out. But
I just skipped those.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You just skip those, and you're right back into like
Yeah, you get pour some sugar on me.
yeah,
Oh God.
Yeah,
yeah, yep.
Hotel
that by?
California.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hotel California is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What? Okay.
That's the version you listen to. All right. For the audience, I put both my hands up like Chris Pratt in the Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
Between both of my
I
co-hosts.
would.
Am I wrong?
Okay,
there-
you.
You.
So that
not
is
from the '80s. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers one wasn't from the '80s.
no.
It's 90s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But do you want to tell him or should I? I'll let you.
Yeah. Well, first, I guess I should ask you, Mitch. Who was the band that originally created Hotel California? Do you know the name of the band?
I don't. I thought it was I legitimately thought it was Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It's not.
It is not.
It's not.
We're looking for the Eagles.
Thank you.
Okay.
200 points, Kyle.
Thank you. Woo!
Ooh, double Jeopardy. No.
Oh no! Don't remind me.
Oh no! Oh no!
Jeez.
Alex Trebek died, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Not to date our podcast, but
But, like-
yeah, it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yesterday, 2 days ago.
It was a little bit.
Yeah.
It was pretty up there. Oh, Mitch is gone.
In the history of the world, there are many years that go down in infamy as bad years. 2020, by far, is the worst year.
The darkest time in life.
2020 taketh quite a bit.
We started with Kobe.
Nope. Oh,
don't.
I thought you were gonna say something else. We
Yeah.
were gonna get demonetized on YouTube. You
Yep.
can't say the name of,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Boom.
We started with Kobe,
Yep.
and
and it
we're,
just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
we lost.
Well,
Well, not only did we lose
We already
Trebek,
started
we
low.
lost
We did start pretty low to start off.
Yeah.
who? Sean Connery. We lost Sean Connery.
that's right.
Yeah.
He was
That
like,
ruined my whole weekend, dude.
Yeah. I was
yeah, and then they're like, oh,
right.
Trebek, poof, gone.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Too
gonna be
great.
Harrison Ford next. Mark
No.
my words. It's
Don't
gonna be
say that.
Harrison Ford
Don't say
next.
that, bro. Don't say that. Please.
Star Wars fans aren't ready for that.
I'm not ready for more.
They already kind of lost it.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, but my favorite song of all time is that the next thing on my list? Or-
Yes.
Well, band of all time is Pink Floyd.
Okay.
That's
Love Pink Floyd.
Yep.
Who was telling me the other day that that's mainstream? Was that you?
No, you talked to me about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think that's mainstream.
Oh,
because
that's right. Yeah, it was some chick. She was like, Pink Floyd's too mainstream. I'm like, are you kidding?
I can tell you why that may seem mainstream, because people go thrift shopping and they find Pink Floyd T-shirts, and then
Yeah, they think they're like,
They think because
Cool, yeah.
because the
they wear
merch-
80s rock
Yeah.
T-shirts.
yeah. I don't think Pink Floyd is like mainstream.
Yeah,
I
'cause,
think
like-
she's just a hippie. Anyway,
Oh,
I mean,
that's a joke. I don't hate hippies, but I mean, no.
If Matt could go back to any time, it definitely wouldn't be Woodstock.
Jeez. All right.
Oh my god.
All right, bro.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you just said that.
He did. He totally did.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
When you give me a good mic.
number one, my number one song is 100 Years by Five for Fighting.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you
I
know
have
that song?
not heard that song.
Oh man, it's a powerful song. It keeps life in perspective for me.
Okay.
So that way I don't waste my time on this earth.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's a good.
Not classic rock or any of that. They're really like slow,
That's
methodical.
okay. My favorite song wasn't under my favorite genre. So
Yeah. Speaking of like genres though, like is there one that you guys don't like?
yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, there's a genre that I don't like as well. I guess round table. Let's have our discussion.
Matt, maybe you should go first.
I don't want to go first.
Mitch, how about
Mitch.
you go first?
Oh, fine. I'll go first.
Okay.
Yep.
Not a big fan of screamo rock. I can't.
That's
It's
fair.
I
It's a
can't
required
get
taste.
into it.
Yeah,
It is a required taste.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The only screamo rock song I like is the Blank Space,
Yeah.
That one.
and that's not even really screamo rock. It's
more.
just, it's a cover.
Yeah, it's a cover, and it's more because, like, as we said, like screamo, all screaming. You know,
It's
Like,
just
if there's-
really hard to get into it. I need some
Yeah.
semblance of a beat, and not just.
Yeah. The thing
Yeah.
with
Not a big fan of.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
thing.
one more time for
No,
the people
my
in the
ears,
back.
my ears are saying no. My ears are saying no.
The thing with screamo is that you can't exactly start with screamo as your
I
entryway.
think you gotta like work your way
You
through
have
the
to-
genres
You have
up
to go
get there.
through like rock, metal,
Yep.
and then you start
Yep.
reaching that. Then maybe you'd be like, okay, I guess I can get into it. But
And
if you're
you-
starting there, oh,
Even
you're not
I'm
gonna it.
like I don't know. I can't really get into it. Five Finger Death Punch is about as close as I get to like
Yeah.
Super Scream, and they don't do it very often.
No, they keep it. They keep it mellow.
Pretty, yeah, they keep it
Now
pretty mellow.
we talking Way of the Fist, early Five Finger, where they're just like, we
Yeah,
got to thrash.
Yeah.
You know,
What about
even Slipknot.
does Avenged?
also,
Slipknot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Avenged Sevenfold get there too often? Not really.
Not often.
Yeah, not
It's
often.
like the same with Slipknot and Five Finger. They start off hitting like hard,
Yeah.
and they start doing like a lot of like screaming, a lot of mosh pit style stuff.
Yeah.
And over time, they've evolved it to be more like, yeah, we're not doing as much screaming as we used to,
Which I dig.
which is fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a fair evolution.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Do you wanna go next?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, what kind of music do you like?
Glad we could all agree upon mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
yours is fair.
Yeah.
It's fair to hate that kind
So
of music.
mine is country.
Oh man. All right.
Now,
yeah.
why
right.
would that
Yeah.
be?
All right.
Look,
I get it.
at least the family on like a part of my family really likes country. They live like in like the country and stuff like that. They love playing that stuff. All right.
Yeah.
I was, raised on rock, R&B, a lot of diverse stuff.
But country just never really did
then,
it for you.
And then country came.
And then the country nation attacked.
And I was just
Toby
like
Keith leading the charge.
Toby Fire Lord
Fire Lord
Toby Keith. Yeah.
Prince Luke Combs.
Yeah. So
And Brother Osborne.
and the thing is that,
Princess Mariah Carey.
oh my God.
Yes.
And I will say this, there are a
I
very
said Miranda
small,
Lambert. That was a much better country singer.
a
Yeah,
very
Mariah Carey
small,
works.
minuscule handful of country songs that I would listen to.
Dude,
And it's very small.
Blake Shelton, the one about the dog.
Mm,
Old Red.
yeah.
That one. I love that song.
Like, there are some good ones. I will say this.
Because I love that one because it's like a story when you
Yeah.
listen to it, And it's like
All country songs have a story.
Yeah. That's no, not anymore. That used to be true.
That used to
That
be
used
true.
to be true. Not anymore.
Okay, to be fair, I really vibe with like 2000 to 2012 country.
Okay.
Okay.
Stadium rock, I really
Stadium country.
Stadium country, I really
All right.
like.
Yeah.
But I get why some people don't like the new country.
It's
just-
almost becoming like pop music, where like the country songs are not, they don't have that feel of like a
Yeah,
country
the song I'm talking about though, it's now there's red-haired blue ticks all in the South. Love got me in here and love got me
that is
out.
such a good song.
Yeah.
Mm. And that's
I
understandable.
love that one.
You know?
You heard it pulled it out of me. I didn't even mean to
Yeah,
take the southern drawl in there.
It's just
like for the song I did.
Blake Shelton has that
Yeah.
voice.
He's such a good person too. Have you guys like seen his stuff?
Yeah.
Isn't he dating Gwen
I
Stefani?
think they're married and have a child.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, good for him, bro.
Yeah, he kind of. I did not like Miranda Lambert.
No.
And the story between them
Dude,
two were like
she's awful.
She's almost like.
It's almost Amber Heard.
That's what I was.
Bad.
It's like it's Amber Heard.
That's exactly
country version.
right.
Yeah, like because Blake Shelton's a good dude.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to Johnny Depp?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, basically it was.
I don't take the time to learn her name.
Oh, she's
how-
a piece
how
of
much-
filth.
yeah.
I want to throw like a pie at her or something as she's walking
It's
on the
awful.
red carpet.
So basically, you take that and change
make it
Johnny
country
Depp
singer.
to Blake Shelton and
Oh,
Amber
really?
Heard. to
That's
Miranda.
sad.
That's basically
Yeah.
it. And he got the F out of there.
Yeah.
All right,
Got the F out of Dodge.
and he got with Gwen Stefani, which to me, I was
That's
like,
he went up.
I was like, Gwen Stefani, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
Blake.
And like they're happy they got a kid. I was like, yes.
they're living the best life.
Yeah.
He moved on, and I
Dude,
was all that matters.
well, and there are people who have like different like views on stuff, but they work it out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, why can't America be like that?
Yep.
You know?
But back to country not being my least favorite.
Yes. Or
It's-
being your least favorite.
Yes, it's just I don't know. You hear maybe a couple of songs from a certain artist, and then you're like, all right, so
All right,
this is
I'm
about
done.
everything that he's done. Summed up, like Toby Keith, you can just say he loves America. That's about every song. It's
Yeah.
that. It's I Love America, or then there's Red Solo Cup.
Red Solo Cup.
But that's it. But then
I'll fill you up.
That's about it. And
Yeah.
then, like
Let's
that
have a
kind of leads into
party.
my least favorite.
ooh.
Proceed
Well,
the
I'm
I
party.
kind of got the gist with mine. It's just I don't
Yeah.
like the southern twang. I don't like how every song almost sounds the same to me.
Yeah.
You can say the argument of like, well, rap's also the same kind of. Rock can also be, and that's
You can say that
understandable.
about any genre of music,
Exactly.
really.
But I just
Yeah.
don't vibe with the twang of country. I'm just
Yeah.
like, no.
Can't follow you. If-
Yeah, no, I can't fault you either.
Yeah. The
All right.
country's an acquired taste.
Just like screamo and everything.
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Everything's a required taste, and it's also just like easing in from one genre to another. Because like rock, you're like head
Well,
banging.
rock came from country. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, but like that's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my least favorite is probably gonna be shocking to you guys because
Mm.
I don't know if like you guys even thought about this one, but the way I pick my least favorite
Yeah.
is like it gets turned on and I have to turn it off. Like it's not a
Really?
question. Like if it turns on, I'll be like, please switch it.
Okay.
Yodeling.
You
I
know?
can't stand
That's fair.
yodeling.
That's funny.
I literally can't even pretend to listen to. You could get me
Yole,
the
yole,
most
you.
perfect like partner in the world.
Yeah.
Like
if they listen to
romantic partner.
yodeling,
And if they listen to yodeling, I'll just be like, okay, I'm sorry, this isn't gonna work.
wow, it's a be all end all, huh? Big deal breaker.
I don't die on many hills.
But
I'll
that
die
one-
on that hill.
I will
I
say,
hate yodeling.
I guess that also kind of is bluegrass considered like, cause like you guys know what bluegrass is, right? Where it's like that real like banjo plucking, jug blowing.
Yeah.
See, I don't mess
That-
with that country.
See, that's almost like one of the bigger reasons I don't like country in general because I heard
That's-
that a lot, and then I heard regular country, and it
regular
makes me think
country's a
of,
lot better.
Yeah,
When I think country, I think acoustic guitar, not
Yeah.
banjo.
yeah, like
Yeah.
bluegrass, just a big no, and then just regular country, it's like okay, I can hear a few
I can.
things.
Yeah. See,
Florida Georgia Line.
but I get to yodeling and I'm just like, turn it off.
Yeah,
I mean, can you guys handle yodeling?
no,
No, I can't.
It's
I
not-
can't do it.
I
like-
guess I can. Yeah, about 5 minutes in, I'm like,
Okay,
5
this is
minutes?
enough.
all right.
5 minutes. Yeah,
minutes?
it's about like, I get like a couple like, and I'm like, okay, time to stop.
like even in a song that doesn't have yodeling.
When that stupid kid from Walmart was getting popular,
Oh.
I hated my life.
Oh.
That was everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it
it's,
was.
it fueled my hatred.
The only one that I
Even
found
more.
was funny was when he like did that and then it like turned to like that dude who was like twerking on the floor, like with like the yodels. You know what I'm talking about? You guys have seen that
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one that I was like, oh, ha.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I'm like, please get this kid out of Walmart.
But
Take this video down.
But yodeling, I can see why that would be like, no,
can't.
sir.
can't.
Yeah.
I'm not even forming good arguments because I'm literally having an emotional
you just,
response to
you
it.
just have to say yodeling to me, and I'll probably be like, all right, well, that's good. I'll pass.
Well, the problem
I'm
is
good.
yodeling is not mainstream. It doesn't
Good.
have a good following. It's
Maybe we
Good
should keep it that
again.
way.
it's more of for
yeah.
culture taste.
That's fair.
That it's a cultural.
That's one
This
culture America isn't going to appropriate.
It's an acquired taste.
I wasn't. That took a second for that to click, and
Yeah.
then it clicked, and I'm like, oh,
But yeah,
Racy joke.
it's basically just
funny.
as is everything we've talked about, unacquired taste.
Yeah,
Unless you like
let's
the
keep
sound
it that way.
of someone not really making words, and it just sounds like a coherent
Yell.
Yell. Yep.
It's a coherent yell that
It's
hits different
acapella,
notes.
but without being.
It's
even like
acapella. Yeah.
the mountain climber game on Price is Right, where like the dudes yodeling and stuff.
I can't.
I'm
I
like,
can't.
this is my least favorite game.
I hate
Go back
this.
to Plinko.
Yeah.
Give me the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Please. I hope that dude falls off the mountain.
Yeah, dude. I can't stand it.
Yeah, yodeling. Yeah.
That does surprise me though.
Yeah,
No one ever really thinks about yodeling though.
Well, I have to think about when it comes to least favorite because like I can listen to country and like rap. It's not my favorite, but like there's some good
There's
rap
some-
artists
there's
out
some good-
there,
yeah,
and
there's
I'm
some
like,
good
yeah,
stuff.
all right, I can
get with
listen
that.
to this.
Kyle's heard me play some bangers in the shower.
I try not to.
Anyway,
Yes, that is.
we're gonna
What you
we're gonna
do.
move past talking about showers, just because that can lead a
Shower
lot of
time,
places
honey
that we don't want to
buns
go.
and
That's a good idea.
But I have to pick, like-
do.
One I just can't listen to.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that'll sum it up pretty nicely for our
Yeah.
music talk section.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we'll head to the break real quick. We got some stuff. Jamie, are you gonna pull up that video for me? Yeah, he's nodding. Yep. Okay. Dope.
All right,
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
But yeah, we will catch you guys with a D&D recap coming up right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from our break for the regularly scheduled D&D recap. It wasn't very long for you guys, but it was decent for us. You know, we
15
got-
minutes, a little shorter than we
yeah.
normally do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But as always, I'll take a back seat. You guys go ahead and start. What happened?
Whew, I mean, where do we?
Bum, 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 bum,
I guess
bum.
to
Someone
pick up-
died. Someone died. Someone died.
Yes, someone did die.
You died.
It was me. Yes.
You're dead.
I
You're
guess to
dead for
pick
this
up-
session.
I guess to pick up where we left off in our last session, I did die.
Which has been a hot minute for everyone.
Yes.
We took a week off
Mm-hmm.
due to a workload that I had.
Yep.
But we were back on.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we talked about the one shot, or then we had the one shot.
Yep.
and-
Yep.
Yep.
And so, just to remind everybody, from where we left off, we just got done with the Crucible. Of course, I was killed in the Crucible.
Arthur got paid.
Arthur got paid big bucks.
Got offered a job by some douchebag named Riven Stockguardian.
I mean,
Riven Stockguard.
I
Not
like.
Stockguardian. That's the name of the Dominion.
I did like that. I did like Riven. I like the name Riven.
Oh,
'cause I'm like,
do you like any other names in the family?
Zion's kind of cool. I guess.
Yeah, cool.
I don't really know the mom's name and what
Yeah, no one does.
the brothers is a little weird.
What about, what about the
We'll,
brothers?
we'll get to that.
that.
We'll get-
So, we last left off with me doing my 3 days of, recuperating, getting my health back up, and also channeling
In his sword
in my-
space.
in my sword space.
That's,
yes.
We said that right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Space.
Yes. We nailed it.
The session,
Ascendant realm, yeah.
this session begun with the 3 days of what the party was doing
Yep.
in those span of 3 days.
And that was the majority of the session.
which
too.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, I was.
You gotta understand.
Which is understandable. It's totally fine because I'm like, all right, so I did my 3 days. We have to go through 3 days of what they were doing. I did say I wanted to wait at least 3 days,
well, and
and that's about
like
as
I was
long as
saying,
it takes.
like, yeah, it takes a while because he died.
Yep.
So he's in this cyst in the universe,
Yep.
and he has to wait until he's strong enough to be able to return.
So
Yep.
And he got a cool armor upgrade when he came back.
It was pretty lit. So we focused a lot of the session on a lot of role playing,
Yes.
character building for the next 3 days worth until I had returned, and a lot of stuff
Happened.
happened in
Yep.
that span of 3 days. Mitch, if you'd like to,
Yeah, for sure.
recount your time, being alive, and let us know what y'all did.
Day number 1.
Yeah, number one.
Yes.
One.
Edwin tried to wake up Arthur. Arthur didn't want to deal with it. He came back in the ship while everyone was eating, and then he went to his room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Arthur
and
took-
trained.
Yep, he trained. Arthur took Oberyn's death, I would believe, the hardest out of the party.
Yes.
Yeah, he was having a rough time with it.
Which is fine. I mean,
Yeah, battle companions
yeah, you see someone that you just had a battle with
did
die
die.
in front of you. It's kind of
Yep.
like, oof.
Big oof.
Yeah, so.
So then, yeah, most of the parties out in the out in the main area of our vessel. I come out. How did that go? It was- They discussed Lucifer, Leatfa, Timeless, discussed like they had breakfast and then they discussed what they were gonna do with the day. Then I came out. I was like, I need iron. I didn't say it, but I was on a mission.
Yeah, you wanted that iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we went in town. We went to the blacksmith first, correct?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
did we?
You went to the
Went to the
blacksmith to
blacksmith
go
100%
get the
We
iron
went-
No,
from him.
you stopped at a jewelry store first.
That's right. I was
Oh,
like, no,
yeah.
I don't think we went
Yeah.
there first.
Because Timeless and Leatfa wanted to
Had a special moment.
had a special character
Yes.
moment and wanted
Timeless,
to maybe accessorize a little
yeah,
bit,
Timeless bought Leatfa a blue sapphire necklace,
which is cool.
which matches the eyes of the rest of the party, so she can feel a
Feel
little more
included.
Yeah, a little bit more included.
which is,
Yep, it's important.
I get that. And she also did her disguise as a elf, like a regular elf, or was that later? When she like went over like
Well,
the
she
disguise?
did a normal half elf disguise. Her normal half elf
I
disguise.
thought she went with full elf because half elf.
No,
would've been,
we talked about that later.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I had all these days mixed up. A lot
It's
of
okay.
stuff.
Yeah, a lot of things
There
happened.
was
with
a
this
lot.
So then after Julie Store, we went to the blacksmith. Some people inquired about, I inquired about
Yeah.
not gauntlet, bracers.
Yep.
Asked the guy how much, or if he had any, and because he had a pair of silver ones, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I gave him 15 gold to put those on layaway for me because I did not have how much were they? 400?
400.
I did not have the 400 gold to buy them.
Mhm.
And then I bought, with the remainder of the majority of my money, because I had like close to 70 gold now because I won my bet.
Yeah.
I put 5 gold down. I got like 70 back. It was great.
Mm.
I had a little bit of money and then I spent it all buying iron ingots, which then it was to help Brandon / Arthur
Yeah.
on his quest with Sir Alistair, who he wanted ice flecked iron ingots, which he wants because they're easier to enchant, right?
Yeah, well, like he wants that. He
Oh,
wants.
he
it.
wants them.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if he ever specified why.
gotcha. We didn't
So-
ask questions.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, but he was just like, yeah, if you guys can get this for me, I can use it.
Is there a reward we get from that? I can't.
I think it's more for Arthur, where it's
Yeah,
like
true.
it's an Arthur thing.
Gotcha.
I think he might have mentioned it like out of character once or twice,
Okay.
because if you haven't noticed, the similarities to him and like the God of War Kratos has been
Uncanny.
kind of. It's just like I like ripping and tearing.
That's Doom guy.
Yes, but he's more.
He's got Spartan rage. I suppose.
He's got the Spartan rage thing going on. I know he hasn't described how he looks, but I kind of imagine him as
He's
a
got a
bald
beard.
bearded man.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've
Yeah.
just
He's ripped.
he who is absolutely jacked and loves to fight, you know?
Yep.
So I kind of just get like, yeah, he's basically our answer to the like God of War
Pretty much.
guy kind of
So then-
personality.
Right. And then we grab the iron. We have Una carry it because it's a lot of iron.
Yeah.
It weighs a lot.
Yeah, it was 50 pounds, right?
I think it was a little more than that. Maybe it was 50 pounds.
It
It was
was
50 pounds.
It was
It was 50 pounds.
Yeah.
yeah.
So then after we did that, did someone else buy bracers or no?
I think literally everyone in the party. Well, like not everybody.
Not
in the party.
everybody. I think
I think
Edwin might have.
3 people got bracers.
Edwin got them.
Is it me, Edwin, and Arthur?
I'm pretty sure all
'Kay.
got it.
Yep.
Because then after that, we go to Fantasy Target yet again.
Yep. Anthony Grum's Fantasy Target.
And we go there,
Thank you
and
for remembering the name.
It's a very unique name. Very easy to remember.
Anthony
Yeah.
Grum.
Anthony
Bum, ba-dum, bum. But we go there. Edwin and Arthur start their enchanting on their bracers.
Yep.
And Brandon has Arthur has serious flow of cash. So we
Yes, he
buy
does.
a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
My favorite magic item I've created.
Yes, a pocket dimension.
Yeah, which is actually kind of cool.
It's a pocket paradise. It's
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a little like snow globe, but instead of like snow and stuff, it's an island with a house on it.
Yes.
And now a punching bag and a hot tub that's like big enough for everybody.
And a big penthouse room
Yep.
at the top.
Yep.
Well, and it has other rooms.
It has other rooms, yeah.
But the penthouse room was made
So-
specifically
For him.
Yep.
So they took a tour. It's like a house viewing, an open house,
Yep.
except it's inside of a pocket paradise.
I did
And
not go in because I was like, well, someone's got to stay out here.
Someone's got to stay out
And I
here.
tried grabbing it, and it didn't work.
Which
I was kind of bummed. I wanted
which,
to throw it.
Yeah. So he went. He kind of goes.
I'm lawful
to,
evil, Matt.
He goes to grab it, but there's like a force field kind of protecting him from grabbing it, which may prove to be
Difficult,
a challenge for later
but that's okay.
in the story if things come to pass, which we'll get on
He
that.
says a challenge. You have to remember.
Yeah.
So let's say you guys are camping and you want to go in here,
Yeah.
but somebody can just pick it up and steal you guys away.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
it's kind of useless for its purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we're saying
No, it's good.
we're saying a challenge.
I know.
doesn't
I know.
need-
For a specific
for a
use that you guys
specific
would want to
use-
use it for, it might not work.
Was this around the same time they heard about the town crier kind of walking through the town doing his spiel?
After.
It was
We're
after?
walking because after we get done in Grum's,
Yeah.
we leave.
Yep.
And what else did we did the enchanting? Timeless got a blazing bowstring for her bow.
She had to do some solid convincing from Arthur
Yeah,
to do
to
it.
Arthur to.
It was like
Yeah.
he was like I don't know, and then he goes to like spend like thousands on.
Well, he dropped
somebody
10
else.
grand between him and Edwin because
Yeah.
he did 2 enchantments, and then he also bought a mithril helmet.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
So,
So yeah, he bought the mithril helmet. He pre-purchased a enchanting for my bracers, which were on layaway back at the blacksmith, which we get to in day 2. Right, that was day 2. We figured that out. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, we leave Anthony Grimm's Fantasy Target, ding ding.
Yes, sir.
As we leave the door, it goes ding ding. Did you play the ding ding?
Yeah, of course.
Of course you did.
He always has to. It's
I
sliding
literally
door.
always do it when you enter.
Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Anyway, we leave and we hear the town crier run through the streets and announce sorrow news.
Well, next morning.
Next morning.
Oh, that was the next morning.
Yeah, remember?
Because
Because
there
the
was
aspect of legend has to watch it happen.
I thought that was the first thing.
which
No, it wasn't.
also aspect of legend did not mention it to us either.
No, he kept
never-
it to himself.
Yeah, he was just like, I have great dreams, and it's like, you just watched somebody die.
He watched something else really important happen too, and I don't know if he wrote it down.
I don't think he did.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't remember, do you?
Was it?
I'm looking. I'm watching it.
Yeah. Was it with the Dominus? Was that something could
Who,
have
who,
happened?
who knows what
there?
it was?
There was some.
Anyway.
Anywho, we get the next.
Oh my gosh! If he didn't write that down, guys,
We're
that's
screwed.
hilarious.
That's
no.
it's-
You're not screwed.
It just
you're
seems like
never
it's-
screwed.
It's rather important to know.
but it's
and if-
hilarious
Oh boy. So
for me anyway.
Was it the second vision?
Who knows?
Oh,
Anyway, keep going, guys.
great.
Keep going.
Great.
the second day happens, and we hear, well, they hear, because I'm still dead, that the town crier is walking through the streets as they're heading to the blacksmith and everything.
Yep. We
That,
start on
The
getting our
prince.
stuff.
Yep, that the prince, the son of the Dominus, who his name is Zeon
Yes.
Stoutgard,
Yes, Zeon Stoutgard.
which I'm just like, bro, you could have. Anyway,
Half brothers Zeon and Zion.
that also kind of seems like a big middle finger from your dad to be like, I have a son named Zion,
Here, let me name him Xeon.
so let me name my
Well, yeah.
my real son.
Doesn't that
Zeon.
seem fitting though?
No,
It's your backstory. You got to name him.
Yay.
that's like
Yeah.
someone. That's like someone like coming up to me and being like, "Yeah, my name's Kyle," and then
This is
my
my
dad goes,
brother,
yeah.
Mile.
"This is my yeah."
Yeah, Kyle and
And
Miles.
Kylie, just like it's that with an
Oh,
E.
true.
And it's just
That's
like,
what it is.
And it's just like, okay,
There are families that do that, Kyle and Kylie.
yeah,
Yeah.
But this is more like my half brother is now taking my name basically, and he's like the real son.
He is the real son.
Yeah,
He was.
Hey,
he was.
So
because he got murdered.
yes, he got
He got slashed like a little bitch. He is.
Oh wow!
Slash on my back, dead.
Wowie, that's
wow.
Anywho,
I hate Xeon.
We noticed.
Hated.
He's dead now. So the town crier says that the prince has been murdered and that there will be a burial service in 1 week.
And at that point, a note appears in my hand.
Yeah,
well, you guys walk for a little bit. You guys start doing other stuff, I think, and then
then
I let time go by a little bit,
and then eventually a note. Yeah,
but then a note apparates in my hand. Yeah.
What does it say? Who's it from?
It is from my mentor from when I was younger in my schooling days. Mm-hmm. He asks me, or he informs me that my brother has died, which I knew, but
you did.
He didn't know I knew. He thinks I'm off somewhere trying to do stuff. I almost gave away what I was supposed to do. That would have been bad.
That I would have been like, do what?
I almost gave it away.
Kyle's on the edge of his seat, like, huh? Is he gonna slip? Is he gonna slip?
I almost did. But doing what I was supposed to do, and then he was like, he informs me that he's allowed to bring a +1, and he would really appreciate it if I was his +1 to go to the funeral ceremony. Yeah. And I'm like, that's a trap. Nope.
And,
it might not be a trap.
As much as it could be a trap, and it probably may as well be a trap, I'm also excited to see what happens if we go.
The party decided we're going.
That's true. I wasn't there. So I guess y'all going to the burial service, which, I mean, it could prove a very interesting plot point that could happen.
Right.
A lot of things can happen at a funeral.
And then I boom dropped some knowledge on the party, which I had forgotten I had only told 2 people.
You did.
And because Arthur was like, why are you so upset about this? Who cares? He died. So what? Why are you so mad?
And he's like, well.
I was like, well, he's my half brother and the Dominus is my dad. That's why I'm so upset.
Woogie, woogie.
Yeah. And
he's my dad.
Everyone was
boogie,
just like,
woogie, woogie.
He's your dad? And then he's like, I thought I told. Oh. I didn't tell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of drops a bomb in the middle of the city.
By the way, now I'm the crown prince of the Dominion.
Yeah, I'm also.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm the heir to the throne of being the Dominus. So that's great. And he just kind of dropped it. I'm imagining him. They're shuffling like in the city, just walking around, and he just blurts out, "Well, that's my half brother, and the Dominus is my dad." Just in the middle of the town. And I'm just like, if anyone heard that, if anybody heard that, guards or whatever, they'd immediately be like, "What?"
Well, I had this guy's cell phone. I was fine.
Still, hearing the Dominus is my dad would be like,
boogie, woogie,
huh?
woogie.
But
yeah,
quite the bombshell.
It was a little slip on my part. And
there's a lot of conversations happening. I didn't want to be like guards.
Yeah, because then that's completely understandable. Yeah, there was a lot of cross conversations happening. So it was just like in the moment. You were in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Heat of the moment.
But so that happens.
Yep, and then we go to we already went to Blacksmith.
I don't think you guys go back to Grum's. I think you guys.
Well, because we have to drop it off.
Right.
But we don't shop anymore. We just give it to him. Daniel wants to go to the academy. Right?
I wanted to go to the academy.
No, he wanted to go to.
You were still dead.
I was still dead.
He wanted to go to the academy as well.
Because they have the money. That's the first night I think they wanted to go to the academy.
Was that the first night?
Yeah, because then
first night.
No, it was the second night. It was the second night because I'm like, you're carrying the box full of money. Like people are mage handing.
Oh
it,
yeah,
like,
they're strolling through the town.
Yep.
Because Arthur's the big champion that beat the Dawn. No, not the Dawnbringer. Tyrant's Bane.
Tyrant's Bane.
Yes,
sorry. Shibushai, the Dawnbringer.
Yeah, because then towards the end of the session, I was like, okay, for the sake of expediency, you get to the place, make me a charisma roll. All right, you pass, obviously, because you're the bard. Okay, yeah, you get to look through a book, and that was
for me. Yes.
Yep.
So they're celebrated the champion.
Yeah, the champ. And
What
by
do
the
we
way,
go
this
to-
is like what did Daniel say? It was such a good way of putting it.
I was imagining it like almost like a Mardi Gras kind of thing. where
It's
people
like
just,
a
toss 'em.
magic Mardi Gras, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just absolutely incredible, and staying like fireballs going off in the distance
Yeah,
in the
who
sky.
wants some beads?
Like,
You know, who wants some beads? Throw them out.
Take a
Yeah,
cantrip.
that-
You get a cantrip.
yeah,
You get a
it was
cantrip.
just-
It was
Party Central for
Yep.
a
Exactly.
whole bunch of young magic users,
yes, young mages
Yep.
young mages,
and
and arcanists.
What did we go to the academy for? I kind of forget.
Research for something. Yeah.
I know it was for me.
No,
Yeah.
no. That was
That's
Yeah, they went there before though.
Yeah.
For something. I don't remember what.
I remember you guys did that whole thing, and I was like, where are they
What did
going?
we do? What did we do? Went to the academy for something because the first night Daniel's like, or Edwin's like, we should go to the academy. I was like, we'll get there. He was like, can we go to the academy? I was like, well, I gotta go ice fleck this.
Yep.
We'll go to the academy.
Oh, yeah, you didn't talk about that, but you ice flecked some of the
Yes,
stuff too.
Yeah.
I did that both nights.
Yep.
Because I did the first night I did it in the bottom part of the ship with all the veggies, which they're now frozen veggies.
Yeah.
Yep. Frozen veggies. Gotta
Yep.
thaw them out. Cook
Yep.
them, thaw them.
And the second night I did it in the pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more space.
Which is fair. Yep. And
How many ingots did I get? 11. I got 11 lesser ice flecked ingots
Out of the
iron.
Iron
20?
ingots,
Yeah, it was like
Out of 20. Yeah.
yeah, which is not bad.
Yeah,
You
it's
got-
over half.
Yeah.
Which is
Now-
good because the DC was hard because it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
DC was
I rolled
17.
like
Ooh.
3 or 4 natural 20s.
Yeah. Well, that would have been automatic. Yeah.
It's all my
successes.
natural 20s for the game.
Natural 20s aren't automatic successes. Well, I guess for the
In-
DC they were.
Yeah. In this
never
case,
mind, yep.
yeah.
But that's just a rule I have for Dungeons and Dragons. Whenever you roll a 20, it's not an auto success
It's just
because some really
you're
dumb
more than-
stuff can
yeah,
happen.
you're
if
just
that
more
is
than
a rule.
likely to,
Yeah, you're far more likely to succeed if
Yeah.
that happens.
which is fair.
Yeah,
Yep.
but if a barbarian's like, I want to read this, I want to do an Arcana check. I'm like, well, you can't really natural 20. It's like, well,
You've uncovered the
Yeah.
secrets of magic.
yeah. Somehow the stupidest person in the party now understands what this glyph is when the mage looked at it for 20 minutes and couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. You could be like, I've seen it before for something, but that's about as far as
You
you can go with
recognize it
that.
in passing. You don't understand it though.
Mm.
Yeah.
But we go to the academy for something.
Yeah.
Was it? I think he wanted to do something with enchanting. But
That's right. Yeah, he wanted to get some stuff enchanted, and I was like, okay, you can go there like to see if like some
They'll
of the
do-
students can enchant it, and then you guys went to Grum's, and then that's
Oh,
where Grum
okay.
was like, I can do enchanting, yeah.
So that was the first night.
No,
Well, it
Because
must have been.
the first night, Arthur didn't go with you guys. He
That's
stayed
right.
he stayed
right,
by
yeah.
himself.
He
and then
stayed
the
there the
second
whole-
night, that's when he decided to
Because he was out swimming the entire day.
Yep.
Yeah. So the
Yup.
second day he was like, I'll go out with you
Right.
guys.
And then that puts us at
And
day
then-
3.
Boom.
Right,
Yep.
because I went and talked to him. I was like, "Hey, I have these.
Iron ingots.
I've got these ice flecked iron ingots for you." He's like, "Oh well, thank you."
Oh, yeah.
Which Timeless also joined me on that little adventure, which was exciting for her.
Yeah.
Probably never got to see something like. Well, maybe she has. I don't know.
Don't know.
I mean, seeing
Yeah.
something get enchanted like that seems pretty
I
cool.
didn't enchant anything. I
You
just
just kind of
ice flecked it.
which also makes the iron look kind of cool.
But sorry, our timelines got crossed. There was,
You also forgot to mention another detail as you were doing the ice
Sorry?
flecking. Weren't you using a certain cantrip to do something to the ice?
Oh, that's right. Yes. So
What?
Yeah. The ranger using cantrips? That's a little
sus.
sus, bruh.
Yeah, it is. It's fine though.
But yeah, I heard that, and I was like, wait a minute, how does he have?
Yeah,
Why-
the like meme coming
Yeah.
up with like that lady like looking around with
Yeah.
the numbers and
It's
like
like-
the triangles.
It's like
That
the
was
cantrip
literally
was
the whole
The
party.
cantrip was like firebolt.
It
too.
was Firebolt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Because Matt was
Fire-
like, "Do you want to use your?" Because
wanna use your
I
cantrip?
rolled. Una did the first one, which was natural 20, and he's like, "Do you want to use your cantrip to melt the ice?" I'm like, "Yes, I would. I would love to cast Firebolt."
and everyone was like,
What?
it was the same thing when I did like my healing hands on Lucifer.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna use my healing hands, and people were like,
what?
Your what?
healing what? Healing hands, which
Yes.
at the time only does 3, but now it does 5. health points.
Nice.
So, you know,
And you can choose when to use them, right? You don't have to use them all in one go.
I think so, yeah. And once you use it though,
I don't remember.
I know
We can
once you
look
use
up.
it, you have to rest for a while because which is also like.
It'd be really cool if it took from your hit points and then put it in there. I think
Yeah.
that'd be so cool. But anyway.
Anyway. But yeah, use a cantrip, firebolt, melted ice, reflect, then process that over and over again.
Yeah, you have to
First
roll
and second
9
night.
times. There's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, well, it
But
was
you got majority of them.
pretty successful, yeah.
Yeah.
Second night. We get into the third day.
Yep.
And that's when we go talk to Grum again, but not to buy anything. We want to go find Sir Alistair.
Yep.
And that's because we have all
Ice
the
fleck.
ingots are flecked.
Yep.
And we're like, well, now we need to find Sir Alistair to give these to him.
Yeah.
And Grum's like, I don't know where he's at. And we also, is that when we...
Grum's like, yeah, I know where he's at, but like...
I can't contact him.
I mean, it's a big spell, and he's a dude who has to enchant stuff, so he's like... I mean, if you can find, like, I don't know, like a cleric or something to maybe try to give him the stuff, but...
Yeah, so
more
it's
just
kind
like
of a dead end with that
You're
quest.
going to have to, like, hoof it there, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. But we asked him about the ooze we sold.
Yeah, and it turns out that he
Has sold
made a
it.
quick profit on both our bomb and our ooze. So, and
We
of
didn't talk
course-
to him about the bomb.
Nope,
Well,
you never did.
that's true. That is true.
That is one note that I had in my little notebook of notes that I take. I was like, they did not talk to him about the bomb? Okay. And it might not be a bomb. Who knows what it is?
So
It's a big boom boom.
they try to ask about who the buyer is. And of course, a seller doesn't have to give the name of their buyers and seller-buyer confidentiality kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you were to,
Grease the wheels a little bit.
grease the wheels
As
a little
Matt said.
bit,
Yeah.
Yeah,
In session.
no
he's
ifs, ands, or buts, no,
He put out his hand.
no negotiations, nothing. Just pay me and I will tell you. Real straightforward.
And as a party that's super broke, the majority of us are. One of us are not, but Arthur's
to
still.
pay for information on an item of utmost importance.
Oh, that's right, because it's super important now because
Samson called.
Samson called Leatfa, and I'm assuming Timeless.
Nope, just Leatfa. Called just Leatfa. And
Okay.
well, see, the thing was that it contacted Leatfa, who was just walking in the street. I'm talking about Leatfa, who was just walking in the street.
You said it contacted Leatha, but yeah, Samson is
Anyway,
a man.
Anywho,
Samson can be whatever Samson wants to be.
So he contacts her and basically says, update on the ooze. What have you done with it?
Yeah, like how's it going? Have you guys figured out what
It is.
started this? Like,
And because if you have not, you probably should.
yeah, and
Times of the essence.
did you catch what he said like beforehand? He was like,
Superiors above him are asking,
Yep,
and
that
he's
too.
under his jurisdiction.
Yeah, the
Or
higher
we're under his jurisdiction, and
Yeah.
they're asking for answers. And he's like, "Oh, well, let me check." And then he checked, and we
well,
have no update. because we abandoned the-
Leatfa had an update for him.
well, and he did say like, I haven't been able to reach you guys. Like,
I haven't been able to reach you.
I'm just like able to reach you guys now. Like, what happened? Like,
Yeah,
where have you guys been? Like, how's the mission?
Yeah, where have you guys been? What have you been up to?
We hit
Where's
a
the
dead
ooze?
spot.
Yeah, but anyway.
And
yeah,
Leatfa
sorry.
replies back with the. Did she mention that the ooze was gone?
No, she
No.
did not.
She did not
Thankfully.
mention that we sold the ooze, which is good. At the same time, not great because we can't find it. But she basically replies, "It's we've been sidetracked. Not sure what it is yet. We have been sidetracked. We have been sidetracked. That's about it."
Yeah, she only used like 12.
She did not use the majority of the words given to her.
No.
She summed it up in, "We are sidetracked."
Sorry, smile.
Sorry, smile. So
Lamau.
and then
Lamau.
that's when she talked to the party about it because everyone noticed that she's just talking to herself.
Yep.
Yes.
She then said, "I was talking to Samson about the ooze," which then Timeless says, "Oh, we figured it out. Yeah, we took care of that." And I'm sitting here like, no, we didn't. Because if we did, please, Timeless, tell us what it is.
It's okay. Okay, so Timeless's argument was, well, he didn't ask for the ooze back.
No, he just didn't ask about
He wants to know.
No. Here's what happened. We gave Cerulean ooze. He was like, and he didn't ask us about if we gave all the ooze and stuff like that.
Remember, like, what's really said about it too? Do you guys remember? That was a while ago.
It was a while ago. I can probably tell you it's
I don't have my notes.
Dangerous stuff.
Yeah, she's basically like, oh my gosh, people are like mixing DNA from different species and using it to like
make these
mind control and make stuff.
Yeah,
dude,
pretty
this is
dangerous.
really bad stuff. Like, where'd you guys find this?
Yeah,
and you're like, let's sell it. I'm like,
I'm still standing by.
Okay.
I'm still standing by the fact that I was not for the selling of a nuke and
you were dead.
I was dead. So,
well,
you guys were just like, we're gonna sell it. And
so
I'm like, okay,
I
let's go. I'm on this.
And then they expected to, we'll just buy it back. He, and we get the grums. And he's like, no, they're gone. And I'm not telling you where they're going.
Well, he's a businessman, bro.
But Time was basically
and a semi-shady one at that.
Yeah. In the gist of it,
I like it though.
Me too. I made him.
So we just learned that the ooze is gone. Timeless was like, well, technicalities, technicalities, whatever. And we're just like,
I'm sure that'll have no repercussions.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yay!
So
you only took a job from the world police, and then you're like,
screw it.
We're not gonna finish it. Yeah, it's gonna go over great.
Yeah, and I'm also standing by like
Mitch's face. I think you're just now starting to put together how bad this might be.
Yes. Yeah, it's very bad. We sold a possible weapon.
Bioweapon.
A weapon of mass destruction to a shady businessman.
Who turned it around in one day. Turned around and sold it in one day.
And we also sold another bioweapon, possibly, to this shady businessman who also turned it around again.
But hey, we gotta have a disguise and a flying broom.
Which also, we're never using that fucking broom, right?
Maybe.
I mean,
we could.
We maybe use it once if we're falling into a chasm. We're like, oh, right, I have a broom.
Yeah, that'll be good to save one of you.
Yeah. It's for one person. Literally, we bought this expensive thing for one person. Oh, my God.
Anyway.
Repercussions, what are those?
Yeah. We're so dead.
We're playing a D&D game.
We're getting TV.
There's no repercussions.
We're so dead.
Anyway.
We're
going to die.
I just realized how grim we are.
Yeah. Aspects of the deep and also destroyers of our world. We've brought the destruction of our own realm.
I like it. Allows me to restart the Stock Guardian Dominion.
Yeah, if there's a Stout Guardian Dominion left. Stott Guardian Dominion left.
Not Stout Guardian Dominion.
Anyway.
Sorry.
We get through the day.
We get through all 3 days.
Yes.
Was there anything else that happened in those
Not
days?
really.
No.
I mean, it was a lot of just conversation stuff.
Timeless and Edwin
had
a long chat, but
they had quite a long chat, yeah. And then
that's
I almost choked and died.
Yeah, Mitch was dying.
Yeah.
IRL. It's fine though, we saved him.
Yep.
And
then the sun rose on the 4th day.
Yeah, and on the 4th day. What is that?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Okay. Original Mitchell beat.
You heard it here first. Plug our Patreon. Go support us.
Yes, please give us money.
That is the first and only time I'm doing that, by the way.
You think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we get to the 4th day, and now all the plot lines kind of come back together in this. We kind of go, here's what's happening with them, here's what's happening with Oberyn, and now they all kind of come back on the 4th day. So I, get to my, I'm in my sword space. I'm basically ripping back into the material plane, and I end up
prime material, but yeah,
the prime material, yeah, and I end up back in the Crucible, where I was last seen, which was
you were also last alive.
Yeah, and which was my question actually. Like after that session, and when I was like ripping into where I was going to go, I was like, where am I going to be? Like, do I just kind of poof somewhere completely different, or it'll be?
That would have been hilarious.
I end up.
You're right in the middle of the ocean.
Poof.
Back in the sunless sea, I suppose. So,
Polymorph.
Yeah. So I come
I don't know
back.
if he has access to that spell yet.
No.
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 Anyway.
That's way later. So I end up back in the crucible where my body was, and I come back and I got this. I glowed up, basically.
Did.
And it was still like about to be daybreak, so it's like that in between night and day where the sun hasn't really risen yet. So streets quiet, dead, and I got like this new sweet like robe.
But you're not out of the crucible yet.
Not out of the crucible yet.
But keep going about your outfit because it's dope.
It is pretty dope. So basically, what I'm envisioning is, as you mentioned, it was like kind of like Rey's clothing from, like, the Star Wars franchise. Really like robes, got some straps kind of going, got some runes on it, sapphire runes, of course.
Of course.
I got like this, what basically is like a duster jacket kind of. They kind of
with like the sapphire like edges.
Yeah, with the sapphire
but it's like
edges,
actual, like, crystal like.
Yeah, and it comes all the way down, and I got like, it's like tethered at the bottom a little bit, so it kind of like drags and stuff, and there's also
whips. Like,
yep,
and stuff.
And then there's like two slits down the back, for stuff. And I think it was Sarah who was like,
is it a bush pat?
Yeah, I was like, in the spine. I was like, close.
Yeah,
so, as I...
Well, there's something else back there, too.
Oh, yeah, there was a holster
You're
for
a
my
holster.
glaive. Yeah, which I was also like, oh, that's sweet, because now I can just summon it and place it there. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Don't have to waste a bonus action.
Well, true. I mean, I never really had to do it before.
Well,
I just kind of
bonus action to summon, but I mean, like,
yeah,
it's not really wasting a bonus action because I don't think you have any like stuff you can do on your bonus action. Really,
you can cast Hex.
Well, actually, now I can use something for my bonus action, which is my my transformation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So as I'm leaving the crucible, and I didn't notice this at first because I'm still getting I'm looking at my. I'm like, oh, I'm alive.
What about the like obsidian, like skeletal stuff that like?
Oh yeah.
On your hand
So we had
gloves,
had like obsidian, like basically like gauntlets, kind of. I was kind of envisioning like do you know like the ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings, where it's kind of like that segmented like black armor kind of thing? That's kind of what I was envisioning.
Okay.
But they're more like skeletal than it is like armor.
It's more like like traces like where your skeleton is.
So, and then I would charge up like an Eldritch Blast, and it'd be like sapphire blue energy kind of coursing through the veins, which I was also like, that's kind of cool. So I'm walking out of the crucible, and I don't notice this because I'm obviously just realizing what I'm doing, but I had two wings, kind of like as I'm walking through the dead streets, kind of two wings sprouted out of my back.
Yeah.
And they were described as skeletal, glass, like obsidian, bone wings with like a blue like outline kind of from the top. Yeah.
It's kind of like they like trace in kind of like if there were like cracks in the bone, it would be like kind of glowing from like the cracks in the bone.
Yep. I can see that now. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So me thinking,
do you remember, because you're now out of the crucible, right?
Yep, I'm walking around.
Do you remember something about the crucible or not?
Yes, I do.
All right.
So there was a person.
Yes.
That was there.
Yeah. Yes.
And
as I was,
and I'm assuming it was the. Well, I'll let you tell it, Kyle. This is your. You had to sit there for 4 hours doing nothing, so I don't want to steal your thunder.
As I was getting used to everything, I look up, and at the top, kind of like I would say, was that where the Dominus was? Yeah, I was gonna say where the Dominus, like the VIP area. That's what I was thinking. But I look up there and I see a person there, sapphire blue eyes, nods at me. I kind of nod back. My eyes, like I do like a blink, and the blue eyes are gone, and it's just some dude who's like
some rando.
Wasn't it like a random guy? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was just like some man.
Which makes me think like, so he's able to possess people. At least from what I saw, he basically took control of this person and walked him all the way here to watch me come back. And then
I'd be so confused if I was that guy.
Yeah, like he's like, what the? He started like looking around like the stands and stuff, super confused.
Why did
and just like in a daze, like made his way out of the stands.
So
didn't notice the guy in the middle of the pit.
He was in a daze, man. He was really confused.
Basically, now
Are you yawning during our podcast?
No, bro.
No.
I'm calling you out.
I'm just trying to talk about what my
character. Yeah, you're right. I was yawning.
So,
Go, Kyle.
So, after that little encounter, I'm leaving. The wings sprout from my back, and at this point, people started to piece together what I was, which for the audience, I am a ASMR, a fallen.
Yeah,
ASMR.
he is a fallen ASMR channel.
No,
So he gets skeletal wings instead of like the pretty.
Yeah, because there's 3 kinds. For people who don't know, there are 3 kinds of ASMR: Protector, Scourge, and Fallen. Protector allows you to get like the flying wings, and you're basically the typical angel man. Protect the weak, justice for all, that stuff. Scourge is I'm literally bursting with holy radiant power that is coming from my eyes, and it's hurting me, and I can explode. Pretty cool. Can't fly though.
Kablamzo.
But then I chose the Fallen one because I was like,
yeah,
skeletal wings. I get like pools of darkness in my eyes. It's pretty cool. Also, I when I got the wings, I asked Matt, can I fly with them? I was like, if I could jump with these, can I like start floating? But then I realized, no, they're skeletal. They can't. So I was like, all right, next best thing. Can I put them into a building and scale up the wall?
So he iron spiders it basically.
Which was like, okay, so if I can do that, I could maybe do a couple other things with these wings. Preferably stabbing people with them. That would
multi-attack.
I don't know if it would be a multi-attack. Because like you can do it with like.
No, I don't know. I don't know how D&D works.
It would.
I maybe like if you get like a how do you want to do this maybe.
Yeah.
But like I don't think it'd give you like any like bonus in combat.
I feel like
because it already has things outlined that it gives you.
Yeah, I think
for combat.
I think.
Does it? Oh.
Yeah.
If we were to like
effects that it gives you and stuff.
Basically, it gives me
that's right.
necrotic damage for every attack that I make based on my level. So
Ooh.
basically
It's
5
really
extra.
nice.
Yeah.
5 extra damage.
Yeah. Also, if people are next to me, like 10 feet next to me, they have to roll Constitution or they will be terrified for a whole round. So when I transform, I'll probably say stay back, so that way, because it does hurt my other
it hurts
players.
allies as well.
So
I'll get closer and hug him.
You do that. Okay.
And then Una will freeze you.
Anyway, you climb up the side of this building.
I climb up the building, and it's not like the tallest building.
It's a tall building.
But it's a tall building enough to see enough of the city.
A majority of the city.
Yeah. And I sit there, and I'm like, as the sun rises, I talk about what my new purpose is, how good and evil are not exactly defined. There is...
The line between light and dark is so very thin, my friends.
Mm-hmm. There is good and evil, and there is evil and good. There isn't like a definite right and a definite wrong. There's always a tweak of like, it could be something, could be this. That my new purpose is obviously to work with being an aspect, but also I need to find people.
Yeah.
I need to save people, and I know where I know what I must do, who I must find, and basically, for my character, I've basically gone through like a metamorphosis of sorts, not just with my cool glow up costume, but also now I'm using like not the power that was given to me by my patron, but the power I was born with now, because for a while I was sheltering it because I was like, I'm not going to use that. This isn't who I am anymore. And now I'm using it more because I've come to terms with who I am, and now I know what I must do. Yes. So I watch the sunrise. I'm looking at my newfound like new power. I'm kind of just feeling it, and I get up and I start heading back to the vessel. But I do a cool like jump off, glaive it down the building, which I was like, yeah,
I do.
That's pretty metal. And then I think Daniel was like, that's the most metal thing I've ever like, this is the most metal dude I've ever met. And I was like, you bet your ass I am. So I, get back, and the sun's at like, it's morning now, sun's up, everything. And like the door from the vessel opens, and I come through, and everyone's kind of like, weapons out. They're about to legit start, going at me. And
you like our friend Oberyn, but cooler now.
Yeah. Basically
what you do with him? Bring back angsty, won't talk to us Oberyn.
Yeah. So along with this like metamorphosis of sorts, I've also tweaked my character personality more.
Just that way you share some more, right?
Yeah,
Basically.
it's also
Thank
I'm just
God.
I'm also just more talkative now because like
Yeah.
I
You
basically
died.
yeah,
You
and
realize how important life is.
and I kind of go back to how I was before all the events that has transpired to me and how I used to be, and then having to be wandering for so long and all the other stuff that
All
I'll
the
talk
other
about
stuff.
later
Yep.
that changed me into this cold, like, I ain't talking to nobody.
Yeah.
But now that I know what I must do, he's more open to talk to people.
Yeah.
He's kind of found like a newfound confidence in himself. And it's like, I know what to do.
Zion's still gonna be a pompous ass to him, but you
Of
know.
course.
Yeah, and actually,
But,
with Zion, I feel like I probably knew about your dad because you probably talked about in passing at one point, maybe.
I don't know.
It could have happened. I might not, but I kind of tell him just like, me and you, we're not exactly different. Like I kind of get where you're going with your family, and I'm dropping some hints here and there.
Mhm.
Arthur gives me like this big bear hug that
Yeah.
probably would have did some like 1d6 bludgeoning damage if he held on to me any longer, breaking my bones and everything.
Your angel,
Then
your,
you got
your
to
bone wings.
do some research.
Yeah. So after I get my bearings and learn about what they've done, I say, is there like a library? Because I don't know this place that well. And they're like, yeah, there's one at the academy.
Yeah.
And
It gets you in, or
gets me in, and I look
everyone
up.
gets you in, yeah.
And basically, I go through the library. Also, I rolled a 26 on finding it, so
Nice.
I found
got
it
so much
for
info
the first time
Yes.
in the campaign. I try to find this damn book,
And you do.
and I find it.
What is it over again? Do you remember the name?
The Valandrian Empirica.
Yes, the Valandrian Empirica.
Which, by the way, that's a really BA name. I really like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
So I grabbed this big book and I put it on the table, just going through page by page, learning like sigils, how to identify who they are, who's the leader, basic information for me to just kind of go off if I ever see. But they don't usually come out much. The biggest thing, obviously, for some, what they are basically celestial angel samurais, which I was also like, that's the most BA thing I've ever heard in my life. Because I'm an avid samurai fan. So knowing that my stuff is related to that, pretty cool. So we learn about the leader. His name is Yasuke Valandris. And the party's wondering about who or why I'm doing this. Who are these people? Why do you care so much about them? And
basically like,
I have affiliation with them. I know them, stuff like that. And Arthur presses a little harder. He's like, well, it's not really going to help. We need to know who are they and stuff. And the new Oberyn the old Oberyn would still keep it to himself. This new Oberyn would just went out and said, the leader of this group is my dad, which was
Boogie
like
woogie woogie.
boogie woogie woogie. And
then basically it's a jump cut.
Yeah. So
just because I like to keep players up to date on what's happening in the world as well.
Yep.
So we enter this really cool, like, Japanese kind of inspired area. We got like the pagodas.
Yeah.
The pagoda
There's
tower.
like the one central like pagoda in floating island surrounded by samurai on
the Japanese music playing in the background, real chill. And
they were on Pegasi.
Yeah,
some of them like flying around, but then there was.
So we have the emperor of this place, the ruler of sorts, my dear old dad, chilling at his throne when a red dragon comes flying in to
soars up, like lands on the pagoda,
kind of
climbs its way down,
and kind of makes like a semicircle around, and then the rest of the people kind of make another circle, kind of like to complete it. And I don't know if we ever mentioned this in the podcast before, but the tieflings, the tiefling. Did we ever mention them in the podcast?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay, so to provide some more context, way back, there was a group that we kind of saw from this is what's happening on the other side of the world.
Yep, it was another jump cut to let them know that stuff was happening in the world.
These super BA group of people, and especially this one tiefling, kind of did some crazy, like, basically this crazy attack on somebody.
Yeah, they were sieging a city.
They were basically sieging a city, and they successfully did it. And it was just like a group of 3, 4. It wasn't that big of a group. It
was the tiefling on his dragon.
Yep.
And he was leading like a series of airships, and there was a good amount of people, like because they were sieging a city, and you just saw like the aerial. You don't know like if he has like ground troops or anything like that.
Which also, I guess, to go backpack a little bit more.
Yep.
You also learned that the Valandrian and Perica also came up with airships and stuff like that.
Yep.
Which is now making me piece together that the airships that we saw on that could also probably be the airships that they made. So they could be in cahoots, possibly. We don't know. Anyway, so the tiefling gets off the dragon, sees the Emperor. They kind of meet up.
Yeah, he summons a sword out of thin air.
The Emperor takes
did I tell you guys about the sword? I don't think I did.
No.
Yeah, it's a sword of like pure darkness, and it like it drips like
black
stuff falls on the ground like smoke almost. And
okay.
It drips off the blade. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
let me see if I can find a picture of the type of sword too.
Did the Emperor have like a sword? What was his sword? I guess we didn't really say.
Didn't really see.
Oh yeah, I guess so. So he takes out his sword. The tiefling takes out his shadow blade, as I would call it.
Do you want to know the name of it? I'll tell you.
Sure.
It's called Light Drinker.
I like that a lot.
That's pretty cool. So he takes out Light Drinker, and they go into this gladiatorial one-on-one like combat. That's just like a show of each other's strength, because my people are not a warring faction. They don't really go out of their way to attack people. So if you want something done, you bring your best to him, and he will face you. And if you win, that's it. There's nothing else. It's just respect, honor. You've beat me in combat. That's it.
But made of darkness.
And right now, Matt's showing the Light Drinker, which, by the way, golly, that looks BA. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these two enter combat, and eventually, at this point, the tiefling bests the Emperor. Doesn't kill him, because then I would have been like, oh. But he does best him. He gets down on one knee, kind of shows him like respect. He's like, you have beaten me. And he just gets in on his dragon, flies off. Do the Pegasi people follow him as well?
Yeah, because he gets on the dragon lets out a huge roar, and then...
Yep. And then the Pegasi fly with him to wherever he needs to be. And also, another interesting tidbit about where they are in this little area.
Interesting that they went there right after day started.
Yeah, right after day started, because, ooh boy, also...
then it's empty.
Yes. And the reason it is empty and not guarded is because Shibushai the Dawnbringer resides there, along with the swarm of wyverns, which, backpedaling it just a little bit, I also saw them coming through when I was on the building.
Yep.
So it kind of clicks with me that I'm pretty sure Shibushai knows specifically who I am.
Maybe.
We don't know. But I'm just thinking, seeing as she resides in that place, she knows my dad probably. She'd probably know about me in a sense, but we'd probably have to ask her. And I get the feeling she's not a very talkative person or dragon. But, Anyway, that's kind of where the session just kind of
that's a good place to leave off.
Which shows a lot about the possibility of this tiefling being rather powerful, as it did just best my dad, the Emperor, and how he was able to, not single-handedly, he did it with the help of some airships and stuff, siege an entire town successfully. City. Not town.
City.
A whole city successfully.
Yeah, and the Platinum Legion showed up, and he's like, finally.
Oh, they finally got there. After everything I've done.
Like now we're starting to get some traction.
Yeah. And so this kind of...
Cocky.
And I guess this kind of shows a little bit of a possible villain side. And it may not be the main villain, because that could be reserved for the darkness that's consuming every reality that we know of so far. But this tiefling man, and whoever he kind of does, whoever this person is, seems like a rather strong character, especially since he can ride a dragon and has a sword that's literally shadows, and it drinks. It is the Light Drinker. So that could be
Good to know that there's another Dragon Raider out there, though.
So I guess in conclusion, our campaign was this session was
shopping.
We lost the ooze. There's a tiefling who bested my dad. Everyone knows I'm an ASMR now.
Everyone got bracers.
Everyone got bracers. Zion's brother.
Yes, I have a child.
Zion is now dead, and we're contemplating about going to.
And we spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we're done. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the 50/50 Take It or Leave It podcast. We'll catch you in the next one.